She's realizing you might be a player, you might be a guy that talks to different girls, or let's just say you're a guy that is so busy with work and you do not make time, which is also a great thing, right? Act to like guiding and being the one that's going to be able to set up or show her that like I could handle this. What I do, fellas. So today's video is all about she wants to see you. Now, if she hasn't given you, hey, I want to see you, things such as I miss you, things like that, then there is other things that she'll do that is giving you, okay, can you make plans with me? So maybe you guys also made plans in the past, and let's say she gave you other mixed signals that's not giving she wants to see you, so you stop giving her clear signs. So now maybe she'll get back into giving you not so clear signs, which we'll get into in a second, and it'll have you guys not knowing what's going on. Now, I also want to add this. It doesn't mean that you should see her, right? We'll talk about that too in a second, but it still does mean she wants to see you. So give this video a huge thumbs up, and fellas, we can go ahead and get on the line right after this video. If you book that consultation, we can talk about whatever that is going on with you, with her, what's going on with y'all. We could talk about it all. Consultations can be about anything. Click that link down below, and it starts at 15 minutes and goes all the way until an hour, and bundle deals are available. So fellas, before I get into the first thing that I have for a clear sign that you guys don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, and I know that is giving she wants to see you, I want to start off with how there's a lot of times girls will start giving you the mixed signals after, oh yeah, you know, you guys were really good, right? Things might have started off going really smooth, nothing really going too south. Maybe you guys weren't getting maybe red flags. Maybe she was kind of giving you, oh, okay, let's see each other again. Maybe you guys also maybe seen each other 2-3 times. So now let's just say if she's giving you the whole, oh, well, I may be talking to somebody else, or she's busy with school or busy with work, things are coming up. This is you also needing to realize she has lost interest, fellas. So do understand, yes, women are emotional by nature, and their interest is emotional by nature. So yes, one moment wanting to see you can be so high, and then it could be so low, but this is where you have to pay attention to yourself, observing what you're doing. So if you give her more, if maybe your interest is showing to her way more and she loses because you're not so challenging and things like that, she's gonna maybe stop trying to pursue you. She's gonna maybe talk to you but avoid you. Last thing I'll say is that she might also talk to you but not make plans. That's times where you guys shouldn't be talking to her, because it also means like she'll string you along and you don't have any clear signs, or you won't have any signs at all that you need to be looking for, so it's pointless. So back into this actual big clear sign that is confirming she wants to actually see you, is that she's gonna make comments. She's gonna go ahead and make, and I'm gonna give you a real good one in a second. Don't worry, give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't, and if you want a part 2. But she's gonna make comments that's gonna be trying to make you understand that it's not her telling you she wants to make those plans. So in other words, she's not gonna make those plans. In other words, her initiating in that way is just not gonna happen because she wants you to do it. Now just take it like this. If you guys met, who probably initiated first? There's times where females could actually initiate first, and there's also times where she could feel confident or be like, I'll take charge. But for the most part, because you are the man in the relationship, or because let's say, you know, you guys are talking, and let's just say also if she's the one that expects you to make plans, because let's say she gave you some ideas before, that's also the times you're supposed to make plans. But back to like guiding and being the one that's going to be able to set up or show her that like I could handle this, you could be the guy that will be able to make plans, or at least ask her like, hey, how are you feeling about this? Or what are you doing? So the thing about the comments, it's to get you to get to those points. She's trying to get y'all to that point because she wants y'all to go ahead and say that, hey, I want to see you. Now, flat out, you know, the alpha guys, the sigma guys, she's not thinking that's really going to happen with those guys too much, because y'all are not showing so much emotions, right? Obviously compared to like a simp and things like that. So she's going to think less of y'all. She's going to think that your response is going to be more of like making plans, right? Not more of like, oh, I want to see you, or okay, let's make plans right away. And then also your response is not going to be, okay, well, hey, if you can't make plans, I'll still be waiting. Sometimes also with alphas and sigmas, they move on. So let's just say you guys are not communicating with each other, whether it's texting or if it's on the phone, like it could be anything. But remember, phone calls are better, FaceTime is better, real life is better than all. But if it's any of those things, this is where you're gonna start trying to figure out what she wants, right? Because you're talking to her, you're communicating. If she's still communicating with you, you're understanding she wants something, right? Again, she might not want to see you if there is no signs you're finding, because if she's still entertaining you, could be for for weak purposes. Now, again, if it's weak purposes, you could cut out and now have her chase you and things like that. So let's just say you guys been talking for a little while now. What's gonna happen a lot of times, again, if she's not making those signs really clear, she's gonna keep talking to you and see what you're about. So now she's gonna do maybe a little bit of getting to know you. Or if you guys already seen each other in person, the next thing is gonna be, so now the comments is gonna come up as you're always doing something. So yes, this is the great comment of you're always doing something, or it's gonna be along those lines of you are busy. So basically when she's making a comment like that, first things first is actually her referring to, yeah, you're actually really busy. Oftentimes it could be because she's actually discouraged and annoyed. That will apply more if you're in a serious relationship, and let's say she's been asking to see you already, or let's say, you know, she's been wanting some attention, and so she'll make a comment like that because that's the only way she'll get to see you, or have you say something like, hey, I want to see you, things like that. So backtrack, let's say if you guys are in the beginning stage or been talking, you know, for a little bit, nothing too serious. She could also, back to being annoyed, say this because she's realizing you might be a player, you might be a guy that talks to different girls, or let's just say you're a guy that is so busy with work and you do not make time, which is also a great thing, right? So if that's the case, again, to becoming so high value, or let's say knowing your worth, she's over here realizing that I have to make that comment. So take in, a lot of girls don't actually want to make that comment. A lot of girls actually do it at that point where they realize, okay, I have to with this guy. Now also look at it this way. She could be making it as a joke. She could kind of bring it up as in, oh, look at you, you're always working. She could also make it seem like, you know, how about you take a break, right? Kind of like, you know, why don't you just chill for a second? Doesn't always mean that she wants to see you right away, but it's also referring to her knowing that you're so busy and seeing your worth. So also that is important because it leads to now her wanting to still want to get more out of you. So it's the time that you know you have to talk to her. She values it, knowing that this is the only time you have. So remember, if you are now giving up your time easily, these are the other things you want to keep in mind. If you're giving up your time easily to her, in other words, you're seeing her a lot, or you're making it obvious that you're available, that, hey, you're not the one that's working all the time, or you're not busy, occupied, or if you don't have girls, if this is what you're doing to this girl, what happens next is that, of course, comments won't come up that, you know, hey, you're busy all the time, or do you ever have time, or when are you free? Comments like that won't come up no more, because now she's like, okay, I'm gonna pull myself, because now she's realizing with you there's no catch, or let's just say you're not that valuable. If she is weighing her options, what's gonna happen next? She's gonna be talking to the next dude, right, and feeling like, well, that guy is the guy that likes me, wants me so much now. You might have, when you met her, you might have not been available, right? You might have made it difficult, but for some fellas that start catching feelings, they actually get that to go down. And I say they get it to go down because they make themselves available. So now I say this to say, if she's making those comments, she really probably means it. And it's also her referring to, now actually, how are we going to see each other? So it's not her actually asking. So take it like this to wrap up. She will say this comment to kind of mention it as in, well, you can go ahead and make plans with me now. You could look at it that way, because when she is saying that, she is not telling you, okay, I want to see you Sunday. She's kind of telling you, well, when are you actually free? And so in other words, she's kind of initiating y'all to go ahead and say something like, oh, I'm still going to be busy if that's the case, but you are free this day, which could be like a long time from now, right? Sometimes some fellas will be like, well, I'm leaving for 1 week, and then when I come back, I have to do this. So technically you're busy for like 2 weeks and things like that. And then sometimes y'all are in a long distance relationship and y'all are really far away from each other. So that, of course, changes the situation. So really, fellas, to wrap up completely, take in, of course, what you guys have going on with her. If it's seeming like she could actually make plans with you and she's really avoiding it, then also maybe this doesn't apply to you too much. But if she does mention this, especially mentions it a lot, she is now implying, how could we make plans? How could we see each other? Or basically she is saying it in a rude way, like, wow, you are always busy, let me leave you alone sometimes. So fellas, really stay occupied, right? You don't want to still be available. It doesn't matter if she is trying to make these plans. If she does deserve these plans, that's when you're gonna go ahead and actually give it to her. All right, so that is it for this video. Comment right now if you want a part 2. If you still have not given this video a big thumbs up, go ahead and do that. And fellas, consultation link is down below. Let's talk about what's going on. And then Patreon, a whole lot of videos y'all will not see on here, and y'all will see me in my next video. Bye, y'all. And fellas, the Elevate hoodie is available in gray. You can go ahead and purchase it by clicking the link down below. And y'all, it is embroidered is stitched, very high quality, and it is Champion. Y'all see the logo right there. You can have this hoodie for over 10 years, fellas. Make sure you do take care of it. When you go ahead and dry it, you can go ahead and hang it out on your balcony if you have a balcony, or your backyard if you have that. Fellas, this hoodie does come in black as well, so you can go ahead and get it in black, and there is t-shirts available. So once more, click that link down below. Get your Elevate hoodie, elevate your life by clicking that link down below.